I mean, we're always late.
A wizard is never late. He arrives exactly when he means
We're
to.
we're fashionably late is what we are. We are always fashionably late.
Well, yeah, because you're fashionable. I'm late. That we work together on that
I'm
one.
gonna get a Mountain Blue. This video is not sponsored by Mountain Blue.
A Mountain Blue?
Mountain Blue, yeah, one sec.
Are you sure it's not sponsored?
I wish it was at that point.
I
Emerald,
don't even know what it tastes like.
Emerald, I fucking saw what you did, by the way.
You've never had Mountain Blue.
Emerald, I fucking saw what you did, by the way, asshole.
Yeah. How dare you get me Gatorade? I asked for a Diet Pepsi. So I
Aid.
could throw it at Pico.
A Diet Pepsi aid. I like Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi is good as fuck. I drink it like all the fucking time now.
Guys, I changed all of the things below everybody's pictures. I changed all the colors and stuff.
Nice.
It's pretty good. Han donates $30. Says, for me. Oh, thank you, man. For me. All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
He gave it for me.
Squeaky, you need to start acting better because no one's donating to you.
Nah, it's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go.
Thank you, Daddy.
Hey guys, what's going on? We're playing some Navi on.
No, we're not.
Oh. We're playing some Navi on a little bit earlier than we usually do. Not a lot earlier than we usually do. We were gonna go about 20 or so minutes ago, but problems happened. Tabletop and OBS were being like, we don't really care for each other, and it was hard. It was hard to do stuff.
Wop wop.
But everything worked out pretty okay. We got things started, got things going, and we're gonna get things going and started here in just a little bit, guys.
Honestly,
We went through quite a bit of yeah, okay. We went through quite a bit of episodes recently. We've gone pretty far in, like a lot further than we should be at this point. I didn't think we'd be like at this point in the RP until like December.
Oof.
Because we had like an extra 3 episodes, I think, and you know back then I was thinking it was gonna be bi-weekly. So like we're moving pretty fast. Also, Ronan
Moving on up.
just gave $8, dethroning Han for Stream Boss. Says to bug Vader. All hell Stream Boss, may forever he reign. Also, retroactively, all hell Han, may forever he reign. But then he didn't, so all hell Ronan, may forever he reign.
May forever he reign that during that specific period of time that he reigned, but not now.
But not now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's like one of those presidents that died like really early on.
It's okay, Daddy. You always reign supreme in my heart.
No, you don't.
I don't have a heart.
Exactly.
You know how uncomfortable that is? I'm wearing headphones. And they're really good headphones.
Oh, Daddy.
I'm gonna put your volume down.
I'm gonna mute you. Be gone. Thought. Anyway.
Thought. Fucking. I made her a waifu bot, not a thought bot. I should have thought ahead.
You should have thought about that. Speaking of which, look at our Yome right here. Look at our Yome right here, standing on her thing. Look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. With her little dress and things made by Phantom.
Ain't she a cutie patootie?
You know what? She doesn't need to have all of the.
She has so much titty.
There we go. Now when I scroll over her, I don't get bombarded with text.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought you were zooming in on her tits.
I mean, I can, but you know.
Like, look at the rack.
I mostly just want to see that bow. I mean, come on, guys, look at that bow. Isn't that a great bow?
It's a cute little bow.
It gives. I have such a bower for bows. You know what I mean?
You have a boner?
No. A bower. Come on.
Okay.
Either way, it was terrible. You should feel
This is
terrible.
a family-friendly stream.
I started off being the clown. Now I'm the straight man. What fucking happened?
I came in calling Yome a skank, and now I'm the straight man. What the hell?
I can explain.
My guys, I think that it's about time for us to start things off. We got a good number of people in the chat waiting for us to continue. So I think that going forward with what was going on is the best option. Who wants to talk about what happened last time?
Not it.
I did it last time, I think.
I love how I give you guys incentives in giving you guys like inspiration and stuff, and you still don't want to do it.
Because I have a horrible fucking memory. I don't want to do it for my own game sometimes because I'll fuck something up.
This is why this is why I miss Jake. Jake would do things for whatever, man. I love him.
I mean, I haven't said no.
It's
I did it last
bad,
time.
isn't it?
And here's the thing, and then when Will does it, I end up picking up the slack anyway.
Yeah, we're saving the embarrassment on both our ends.
So, so I guess am I doing the back? For a minute, I was gonna say the backstory, but I meant more so the recap.
When I was a young bot, my father coded me a city. I'm
drinking naked, man. Leave me alone.
Okay, so last time on Navi, just give me one quick second while I try to remember where we started last game.
Oh, is it embarrassing that you forgot? Is it inconvenient for everyone involved? I wonder what that feels like.
Well,
you guys
I just
had
know
started in the middle of the middle of the movie. After
that's the thing.
Alan had reset Flick.
Yeah, so Alan had reset Flick. Flick was doing her thing. And then Bug Vader started seeing Sparkies on people that nobody else could see. Which was kind of weird. We figured that was weird. And then we ended up having a couple viruses in the PET that we ended up fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
very
after
combat heavy last game.
Yeah, and we couldn't communicate with Chill Fox or anyone else. It didn't seem like any Alan or anyone could hear us. So we beat those viruses, and we were able to actually like communicate now and turn on the speakers and stuff. If I'm remembering, because I think their speakers are also turned off. And we learned that Alan was getting killed. Alan was getting choked by Flick with Anastasia putting in battle chips in her PET. Because Chill Fox was most likely also getting jumped, to which we
John.
John?
You said Anastasia.
Oops, sorry, John. Yeah, so Chill Fox was getting jumped, so we jumped into his PET and helped him out. After clearing out the viruses from Chill Fox's PET, we told Jean to, hey, turn off the copy bot that's killing Alan. The switch should be at her neck, to which we then learned that copy bot had her switch removed, but the button was still kind of really deep in there, but you know, she was able to turn off the copy.
She just had to finger it a little bit. I'm kidding.
She had to poke in it. She had to poke in it a little bit, but we turned off the copy bot and everything was fine. To which on the PA system, Anastasia announced, "Hey, Alan, get wrecked. The cops are coming. Have fun. You can't leave." To which we were like, "Well, fuck. Well, what do we do?" Alan was like, "I gotta figure something out. Let's what do we do?" To which we suggested he go to the employees only area. And Jean was like, "I'm coming too." And Alan was like, "Please don't. You'll get in trouble too. I'm apparently wanted now." We go to the employee only area, and we see that
Jean
not only is
him.
yeah, Jean followed us anyway because we can't tell her what to do.
Yeah.
We went to the employee area. We couldn't get in it, but we also learned that Anastasia was in there, you know, cackling having her cackling evil villain moment, while Savannah and the president were unconscious and tied up, somewhere in that room, along with a poor janitor man, I guess, who walked in at the wrong time.
I love how he's just there.
To which we were like, well, let's how do we get into that system? To which Alan was like, well, luckily I added a wireless thingy and it might not work, but let's try to get you guys in that system. And we did. We got into the weird system. There was
Look
a
at that poor
long
boy.
there was a long narrow pathway, and there were several locked doors. Chill Fox went with us too. We got into that system, long narrow pathway. Flick was at the end of it doing some shit with the weird console. Yeah, that thingy. And we had to go through these little doors. So we go to the door one, and we had those like silly little freaking password cards, and they asked questions that we kind of didn't know the answers to too much, where we had to kind of walk around the theater to maybe find our answers, to which was where Alan ran into Kane. And Kane was like, "Sup, Alan? You're a wanted criminal, and I can be a fucking big old hero and pin you down and freaking arrest you myself and make sure you don't run away, even though you fucking can't because the building's on lockdown. But you know, I can." So Alan was like, "Please don't do that." And Yome was like, "Please don't do that."
I'ma do that.
Yeah, to which it was his exact response. But then he was like, "Hey, Yome." Actually, no, he was like, "Hey, Alan's net Navi, what's your name?" Yome said, "Fuck off." And he was like, "I don't think I will. Go in, Shutter." And we saw his net Navi. He's a cute little boyo. And he was like, "I'm sorry that I have to do this, but I did the thing that he told me to do, and I can only do this a couple times. But hi." Yome was like, "Can you like maybe not humor him for a second and humor me instead?" To which he was like, yeah, I could. I don't like what he's doing. I could help you, I guess." To which I was able to roll my smash die on a scan roll and notice that, wow, his Navi looks a lot like Alan. Like a raver Alan.
Like a raver Alan.
You know, except the only inaccuracies are those little jointy balls over there. Like, he doesn't have these little jointy balls.
Yeah.
Or
Oh
the
my
green
Alan
God,
doesn't.
Stop
Alan doesn't have a
talking
lot of
about
balls.
Alan's balls.
Alan doesn't have a lot of balls. Let's be honest.
Jesus Christ!
So we noticed that he looked a lot like Alan, and Yome used this to her advantage and started teasing Kane a little bit. But it got Kane to do exactly what we wanted with reverse psychology. It was great. I can't use my smash die on him. That can only mean one thing. He's immune. So we got Shutter to kind of help us out a couple times, such as hacking into the terminal to like give us I know we had to hack into the terminal to, like, fuck with one of these.
He helped you bypass one of the questions you guys couldn't answer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is he turned off the
grillers and turned on the fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
Because he was about to faceplant Alan onto a grill after Yome was like, "You can't do it, bitch. You like his face too much."
He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it."
"Oh, I'm gonna do it. Fucking try me, bitch." So that didn't work. And Alan freaking wiggled out of his hands like the little squirmy worm that he is and was like, "Sorry, Kane, bye."
Squirmy worm.
You go, squirmy worm. And we broke through that one. And then the last one was like, "How many boyfriends has freaking Flick had?" And we were like, "Fuck, we don't know." To which Yome was like, "She's not allowed to have a personal life. The answer is 0. So we answered 0. We got in, and Flick was like, because she was under control, you see.
Wait
So-
a minute, isn't 0 one of your subscribers? 0, my man.
Nah.
So she was all like, "Fucking, it's time to fight. I'm under control." And the fighting happened. A lot of the fighting happened. Everybody was helping out and doing their part in the fighting. And at some point, we got fucking beated around a bit because of popcorn, and that wasn't fun. But you know, we tried our best. And at some point, Anastasia was like, "Here's a dark chip," and we were like, "What's a dark chip?" But then Flick was like, "Here you go. This is what it is." And we were like, "Ouchie, ouch." So that's a dark chip. That's no good. And then Anastasia was like, oh, wait, I have a bunch of other programs too. How does it go again? Oh, longsword, battle chip in. Wide sword, battle chip in.
Except you completely
Can you
fucked over the
please-
order.
Fuck! I don't know the order!
Can you please stop whispering longsword in my ear?
She was like, fucking, what is it? Okay, what's the order, Deco, so I can replay this.
Cyber sword, wide sword, long sword.
Cyber sword. She was like, cyber sword, battle chip, in, download. And she was like posing while she, like JoJo posing while she was doing it.
Doing like
Freaking-
kissy faces. Mm.
Freaking, wide sword was the first one?
No, cyber sword, then wide sword, then
Cyber
long
sword,
sword.
wide sword. Okay.
You're
and then,
about to say.
and then she was
yeah,
like-
this is the
See,
second
Squeaky
one.
would have
And
fucked
then-
it up too, you see.
and then she was like, wide sword, battle chip, in, download. And then she
What do
was
you
like,
mean, would've?
long sword, battle. Well, it wouldn't go in. It wouldn't go in. So Yome laughed at her because she's a fucking idiot. Because one, you don't even know how to do this, and two, you took too long because you just had to show off. So you're a fucking idiot. We killed Flick because we put her in a cage. We put some cement around that cage via Cross's recover.
Hold
We
on.
locked-
Pause.
Yeah.
You put her in a bug cage. Continue.
Yeah, laughing maniacally, Bug put her in a bug cage with a popcorn bomb. Cross put recovery on it so that the cage won't get destroyed by the popcorn bomb, and Flick got her shit wrecked.
Concession stand.
And that was concession stand. It's called We Lock You In with a Bomb, Have Fun.
Concession stand. Well, it's also
So-
like the bombs, because it's popcorn bombs, they replicate and bounce off of things.
Yeah,
So the bug
that-
cage gets completely filled with popcorn bombs and explodes.
so the Fibonacci sequence happens in the bug cage and just bombs. So she died. So once Flick got wrecked and died, Anastasia decided to have a seizure and go crazy, and throw a temper tantrum as she got arrested, as you do.
Yome goes.
To which we heard, where's ominous? I'm gonna pretend my smash dice is him. We had ominous voice coon be like, ho ho, you guys again. You guys aren't trying to fuck with my shit, are you? And we're like, no, but if you fuck with our operator, by coincidence, we will fuck your shit up. So don't fuck with him. And he was like, oh, I would never. I don't want to do that. And we were like, okay, what the fuck? What did she want so badly? She was like, oh, probably freaking superficial things like money and fame and whatever. I don't know, but she worked well for a bit, but that didn't work out. So she has that dark chip. Yeah, did you give her that? Fuck no, I didn't give her that. I don't know where the fuck she got that from. You should probably break that. And it was like, will do. Are you gonna fuck with us? I don't plan to. We won't plan to fuck with you either. And we had mutual, hopefully not planning with each other's shit unless the coincidence arrives, and we're both sorry ahead of time. And it's good that we made that mutual agreement. But he fucked off. Anastasia got arrested. And we just kind of went about with our day. Now we are out of the movie theater and we are on our way to Din Din's. We went to the station and we are on our way to actually get a copy bot. I'm pretty sure that's where we ended off, on
Yeah.
our way to the station to get Koopy boots.
Yeah. You also missed the biggest thing though. You told Savannah about your date.
Oh yeah, Savannah was like, "Fuck, waking up after being tied up fucking sucks." The president just was like, "I'm going home. Thanks for the movie." Thanks for the movie, Alan, but I'm going home now. My parents are probably worried. And Savannah was like, "Oh man, that was such a traumatic experience. I probably need to be held and consoled and cuddled. We're in the middle of a date though, Savannah. Oh man, that sucks, but you can probably just give me Yome though. No, I have a date. Oh. Well, I'm just gonna go home then, I guess." And Savannah did. And,
I can't
and
actually
then
find her right now. I don't know where she is.
Savannah, she should be. She's not here?
Yeah, I can't find her. She might have been one of the things that got changed up whenever I was moving everything around.
Yeah, probably.
I'll find her eventually.
Yeah. But she went off on her own, and yeah, we were going that. Then from there, we were going to the station to get a copy bot, and that's where we ended things off.
Mm-hmm.
Crimson Dragon says angry Savannah noises, angry Savannah noises, angry Savannah noises, angry Savannah noises.
it's a nice little
But don't worry.
emote.
Don't worry. As a proper gentleman, when Savannah looked down, Bug Vader stretched out his arms because his joints were kind of tired and said, "Bye."
From inside the PET.
Don't you
yeah,
know
I have
he's
no
in
idea.
both?
I don't think she was I'm pretty sure she was not yeeted.
She's not inside the area there. That's weird. Oh well, she isn't really needed today. With that being said, first off,
I think I killed
Okay,
the
let's-
janitor.
there's another inspiration for you, Squeaky.
Yay, I did it. I got one.
But going back to everything, currently, Alan and John made their way out from the movie theater. They seem to be walking pretty quickly away from the movie theater, because first off, it's like we don't want them to go back on the whole thing of like arresting Alan, so she's just like, yeah, come on, Alan, we're leaving currently now. As things are happening there, while inside of the PET,
Bijou?
Bijou.
Bijou!
While inside the PET, you guys see that Chill Fox has made his way in.
Oh yay! How's he doing?
He makes his way in. He seems to be fully healed after everything that had happened inside the movie theater. He went to his own PET to get himself kind of ready. As he makes his way here, he just kind of like looks over toward the three of you. He walks over towards you guys, mostly sticking over toward Bug Vader and Cross. As he does, he seems to give them a smile and then looks back over. Things would have got really messy in there if I hadn't have went down. Thank you guys very much for helping out.
Of course. It's no
Don't
worries.
thank me. Thank society. I'm not gonna say that.
It's a lot more important that I stay up than you guys probably realize, so I just wanted to come and say thank you.
Of course. Again, it's the least we could have done.
Mhm.
Making sure that you're okay. Besides, if anything did happen to you, then it would cancel our date, would it not?
Yeah. I would have had to have basically woken up way back at the house and had no way to get here. John would not. She wouldn't have had anybody to help her out to get back home.
Mm.
But I don't know. Maybe she seems determined enough. Maybe she would have kept going. But it probably would have ended up with her wanting to leave a lot sooner than normal. So thank you. You guys are, well, a bit of a step up, I think, than what I thought you guys would be.
Oh, thanks.
I think that is a compliment, Bug Vader.
I don't mean that any bad. I'm just saying I thought that I was a pretty decent battler until I saw the rest of you. You guys don't have as much, memory as I do, and it seems like your HP is really low for Navis, but I don't think I could take one of you guys. I tried my best in there, and I couldn't even attack that other Navi.
I mean, you
Hold
don't
on.
know if you don't try.
What do you mean by HP?
He means health points. Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, your cyber bodies don't seem like they're fully operational yet. Probably some bugs that you guys have. Right now, I feel like, as far as my cyber body is concerned, I'm probably about double as healthy as you guys are. I felt the same thing from I can speak, I swear to God. I felt the same thing from Blitzman whenever I first saw him.
Oh, yeah?
But I still feel like I can take Blitzman. When it comes to the rest of you, though, especially together, I would stand no chance. You guys are probably gonna
don't-
ace the test tomorrow.
Oh yeah, there's a school thing.
Oh.
The big thing I did notice, though, is that you guys don't really have a lot of, well, offensive ability with all of your talents. Do you guys just not really care for that, or?
Is it safe to say that we are still a work in progress?
Oh. So, whatever's been unlocked with you, that whip thing there, or those cages you were throwing around, have you just been letting those things happen?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I've mostly been kind of focusing my things and trying to make sure that I can have a bit of everything, but mostly focusing toward offense. A lot of good that did me, but we'll have to talk about some ways to customize you guys later, if you guys wouldn't mind. I feel like I'm the most customized Navi in the class, so if you need any help with it, I'm perfectly able to talk to you guys.
Of course.
Sounds like a plan.
Not to mention,
As
I'm
long-
pretty sure after today, you guys will have a lot more reason to want to do something, especially after what just happened.
As long as Alan isn't the jealous type.
Hmm?
I mean, us hanging out with a person that is of at least above average looks.
Thank you.
I
He's
mean,
just like, thanks.
I don't think Alan is the jealous type. But I also don't really know myself.
That and the whole Alan did everything himself. Do you think he'd be the prideful type that would be
I think-
offended
Of
if
course,
we...
I wouldn't do anything without Alan's permission.
I think when it comes to technology and programming and things like that, Alan is more than willing to learn. He'd actually probably would love the advice.
I still can't tell if Joe Fox is water or fire. Dude, he's ice.
He's chill.
Well, in the actual like series and in this, there isn't exactly an ice element. Most ice things are considered water element.
I saw
Mhm.
ice right after you typed it. So there, you have the delay. Like right as I said ice, I saw your version. So there's your delay timer.
I will say, as far as his actual type is concerned, he is a fire type Navi. But as far as the damage he deals, he can do either water or fire damage.
Oh, so he's a fucking fox ghost. Okay.
Yee.
Mm-hmm.
But as he kind of gives you guys a bit of a smile, I of course won't do anything without Alan's permission. With that being said, I think I'm gonna head out and get myself ready.
Mm.
See you guys in a bit.
Of course.
Alright.
We'll see you in a bit.
And Bug Vader,
Mm.
that box you had, I want to talk to you about it later, okay?
As long as it's not a fetish thing.
I don't think it would be.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll believe you this time.
He nods. Chill Fox logging out.
It's probably a fetish thing.
Fetish thing?
You know, being in a
Squeaky,
cage.
come on, yo man.
No, he's just like what do you think is a fetish thing?
Okay, I was gonna say, like, out of everybody,
No.
yo man should know what fetishes are.
She knows what fetish means. It's just like fetish thing? What's a fetish thing?
Oh, come on. BDSM.exe.
I know what that is. What are you talking about?
Being caged, maybe whipped up a little.
Are you into that?
You know, if you put it
I
that
mean-
way, the two of you really are like.
I mean, I'm not into receiving it.
Being
So-
caged, whipped up a little.
So
We're not talking about me.
okay, just enlighten me really quick because I was checking my microphone volume. Well, are you talking in reference to Chill Fox?
Yes.
I do not think Chill Fox is into that.
That's
I
what
mean, I
they
don't know.
all say.
I guess I don't really know that much about Chill Fox, and I
Looks
guess
left,
that's what.
looks right, sweat drop. I'm kidding.
I guess this will be maybe the time to learn.
And Cross
Oh,
is
no.
there too.
Oh, I'm gonna have to break his heart, aren't I?
Huh?
I'm not into Dix.exe.
Dix.exe? You didn't actually say that, did you?
What? Dix.exe, what?
I mean, I'm gonna go get ready by standing over here.
What? It's the program I run whenever there's, Oh, that's malware.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go over here now.
I'm going to go over here now. Forever.
Did
She's
I
just-
download male strippers
just-
on a bunch of computers?
She's just laughing and going over there.
As you guys basically get yourselves ready, I'm guessing that you guys at this point plug yourselves into the large data banks here in order to heal
Yeah.
yourselves and get all your things back.
I'm going to mine now.
Fuck, was Dix.exe? Yes, it was exactly what you just described. Can you stop talking about Dix? You're like a little child that just learned the word.
Penis.
Cross is just like,
Oh my god, we're at Love is War already.
Cross is just like, I didn't think that dicks were an executable.
I mean.
Anyhow.
Male strippers are.
Anywho, you guys go to each of your areas. You guys close your eyes. You take in the data from the banks that you guys have. As you guys do, this is the first time you guys have actually used them this many times in a day. You guys note that after you guys have used them for about 3 times, or including this time right now, you feel as if you can only use them one more time before the PET needs to be recharged. As you guys go back up to full and you get all of your stuff back, you feel like if you were to do it again, then the PET would need to be recharged for things. Otherwise, it couldn't do any of its primary functions.
I just read this. Now that's a file I'd like to unzip.
Oh my
Ah!
Oh my.
No, that's getting a 5-star from you. You do not get to, oh my god, that brilliant writing.
I'm gonna put an "oh my dog" in the chat.
Anywho.
That is what I want.
You
I
guys
give it
also
a
notice-
dad out of joke.
You guys also notice that instead of the usual instantaneous effect that it usually had, you guys feel as if a minute has passed ever since you guys plugged yourselves in. Not a ton, not a lot, but it does seem like that this model of PET only has 4 charges for you guys. Potentially more if it was only one Navi, but since it's all 3 of you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As that does happen, you guys take in the energy. You guys are able to fulfill that part of your obligations. Through the entire time, John and Alan have been kind of walking and talking, going about their way. Nothing has really bothered them at all on their way down toward the area. And by the time you wake up, Yome, you feel as if Alan is talking to you. Yome, are you ready? Are you there?
Ah, forgive me. Slight delay.
Sorry, I was just wondering. You guys weren't answering for a bit.
We decided to take a quick refresh, is all.
Oh, okay, that's no problem. You guys did do a lot of work today. Are you still feeling up for this? We could just go home.
No, it is fine. I wouldn't want to be the reason your date gets cut it gets cut short.
Well, if you think that everything's fine, then let's go ahead and let you out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Dodge and Justice, you should probably tell them what you've learned about the PT. What did we learn?
About the charge thing, I feel like Alan would know, wouldn't he?
Alan probably would know, but you could.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to say things, but Alan would probably know.
Blah.
As you can't blah since you're going through the fucking the process of becoming a copy bot right now.
Okay.
But
Bug Vader blah it.
as everything has gone on, Bug Vader blahs it, sure. And he goes, yeah, it's because of the model of PT he has. He actually lets you know that the current model he has actually has a stronger battery life than a couple of other models. So you actually are getting more uses out of it here than you would normally on a different PET.
So where's the triple day with Lotus Vader? Gotta be honest.
You didn't ask me.
Usually when I remember, it's during combat, and every time I forget, it's when I can't do it.
You could always ask Alan to let you in a copy bot. As Yome comes out of the storage area. As she does, Alan kind of steps back, and John goes forward to get Chill Fox. As Alan makes his way over to you, is everything okay? Oh right, here. I don't know where'd be a good place to. He kind of just has the bag of clothes. He's like, I don't know where you want to do that.
Well, if it involves me having to remove all of my clothing, I guess a restroom of some sort would be fine.
Well,
Unless
the
it is
stuff that you
indecent
have-
to do it.
The stuff that you have there can be removed, well, easily, remember? But at the same time, maybe somewhere not where everybody can see.
Exactly. I know it can be easily removed. It's just, would anybody want to see me in the nude?
Where's
That is a loaded question.
Where's Random Joe over here? Like, yeah, do it, fucking do it.
No, just while she's saying Alan this, a guy randomly walks behind. She says, "See me in the nude." His head snaps towards her.
Okay, yo, mate, that's a loaded question. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Hey, Alan, can I have a copy bot?
You want to be in a copy bot too, Bug Vader?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Why? I kind of want to stretch my legs, talk to some people, maybe Lotus, but that's just hypothetical, of course.
As John comes back with Chill Fox in tow, I will say we don't have any arts of Chill Fox or anything like that. But since he would be normally like has different like outfits and stuff already made into him, we could say that like he has some different clothing on currently, and he's not showing his emblem and things of that nature. But again, I didn't give Phantom money for it.
Casual clothing.
Again though, I didn't give Phantom money for it, but you did tell him similar to like what you did tell him kind of what you were wearing. So like I'm guessing it's something like a bunch of whites and maybe like the brownish that's like on your bow there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he has
Yeah.
just some things like that, and it's a little bit less look at my jacket and more look at my like kind of like casual like going out to
Jacket. I think so. Hold on, I'm almost done. Chill Fox.
Does he does the eye patch come in too?
I'll say yes because sure.
Okay, what does
mostly
Chill Fox...
mostly because if I take it away, then like people are gonna be like, oh, so he just wears it for anything. I'll say that he has it, and like if you want to ask about it, you can ask about it, but it's mostly gonna be him saying, yeah, I don't have another eye.
They didn't program another eye.
They just it's a cosmetic thing that my designer Phantom Corp implemented him for me, and I'm kidding.
Hold on, I'm even drawing him as a chibi, so it's cuter.
But as he comes out, he seems to step back as Alan goes to get Bug Vader out. Oh, look at this. Look how fucking fantastical.
Is he just wearing the coat and underwear?
That's not a coat. Okay, so these are the nipples. Hold on, let me get colors.
let's go.
Why are they so big?
So
you're gonna see. Hold on, I need colors to show this.
So
Okay, here are the nips.
So, so,
The nip ring.
So-
We're a family-friendly
Oh,
stream.
Bug Vader, you come out. And Bug does not. Bug Vader.
It
you
is not porn. It is art.
Bug
But
Vader.
I'm removing it anyway.
Bug Vader. You come out. You come out from the copybot section. Yome, again, you don't feel like this copybot is any different, but like there's probably like something in the back of your head of like this is a public copybot and you're used to private copybots, and it's like maybe what it's obviously it's lower quality. You don't really feel any different though.
That's fine. Well, we deal with what we have for now. I'm on private copybot lockdown, so
That is true.
it has to be respected. She didn't say I couldn't get into any copybots. I just can't get into hers.
Exactly. You're fine.
This is fine.
As you guys all are kind of around there, Alan looks over toward Bug Vader. Do you wanna head off by yourself, Bug Vader, or are you coming with us?
Hold on a second.
Okay. All right. I will
Ding.
do that, Bug Vader. Don't you even worry, man. I will stand right here and we'll talk. Hey, Cross, do you want to come out too? Oh, you don't. Oh, okay.
If I go ding.
You don't want to go out. Oh, that's fine. That's fine, Cross. I understand. You're trying to be conscious and save me
All
money.
right.
No, don't worry
Sorry
about it, Cross.
about
It's
Ugh. I had to drop my headphones for a second.
fine. So he asked you if you were going to come with them or if you were gonna wander around by yourself.
Don't worry about me. I kind of want to explore a little.
That's fine.
Oh, which way's the flower shop, hypothetically?
That way. Hypothetically,
All right, thank you.
you would know where the flower shop was. You've walked there before.
Yeah, we remember.
As I believe you would probably head up.
No. First, he's gonna go the opposite direction, and then when
You have to
thinking
head
no one's
up and out
watch-
first.
Okay, he does that, then pretends to go the opposite direction, and then thinking everyone forgot, even though they could clearly see him, he goes exactly where you think he's going.
Got it. Well, all of that would be for nothing because they haven't left yet. As
He doesn't realize that because he's sprinting because he's being sneaky with his clunk, clunk,
he's
clunk.
sprinting while being sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a ninja.
Okay, here's how it goes. First, he just casually walks one way, and then thinking that they already left, even though they're just getting ready to leave, you just hear clunk, 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 clunk. I have nothing to do with his stealth.
Let's get
Ha.
these out here.
I did not teach him any of that.
That's fine.
Joker, look.
We'll get those in a minute.
We have more.
Arad gave $2. Says nipples aren't lewd, they're nature. Free the nips. Vaderspiration.
Thank you.
It was less me not wanting to see the nipples and more me wanting to move on with things and not have to take up my time with nipples. With that being said,
Yeah.
you guys are basically just watched Bug Vader leave. Alan looks back over toward John and Chillfox. Where do you think we should be going? I could probably try to see if we can. As soon as he starts saying that, she lifts her hand up and puts a finger up, basically just telling her to shut up. Like, no, you chose the movie, remember? Yeah. He looks over toward Yome. I don't know.
You
what
did
I'm
choose the
doing.
movie.
Oh, I
You
thought
did
you were gonna tell me advice. Okay.
Well, she did choose the movie. You did choose the movie, so she is picking out the restaurant.
And don't worry, I have it covered. Okay. Are you sure?
You covered the movie and that whole experience.
Come on. As she goes to go, Chillfox just looks back over, gives a smile and just a shrug, and walks after.
I'm gonna go change now.
I don't know if you can change here, Yome.
Yeah, I'm going to go find a restroom, or is there one nearby?
Not in the
Or
sub,
do we-
not down here where the subway cars are.
Okay, well, I'll follow you then until we find a restroom. Fucking, you're begging. You fucking. Maybe this is where the potties were. I didn't fucking know, man. It could be behind that door right there. That could be the potty. Whatever.
We'll probably be heading past the mall if you want to try to go in one of the changing rooms there, or we could try to find somewhere closer. We could maybe head over toward the flower shop and use their restrooms. I'm playing.
Whichever one is closer and not off the beaten path. She says as she just instinctively removes her headband and the emblem to start.
Okay. Oh god, I'm kidding. As you guys make your way up, you come out from down there as you, for some reason, hear some very high speed clanking sounds running off in the opposite direction. But as you guys get around here, John seems to make her way back toward where the mall is, as he just kind of like looks, as Alan's just kind of like looking around, seeing if there's anything for you to go to. He does like call out to John. Do you think we could stop off really quick over at the mall, for Yome? She looks back over toward Yome. She gives a smile, like, of course.
It should be pretty quick.
Of course, don't worry about it. I'm really surprised you don't have any programs like Chill Fox. It seems like someone like you would really like them.
I am a work in progress, and of course I would love them. But
you
there's
not
also something.
Do you not have the
But-
program for it?
No, not yet. But there is also something nice about wearing actual clothing.
Actual clothing probably would be really good, but I still feel bad that you don't have anything of your own. We could maybe try to take apart one of Chill Fox's backups if you'd like, and try to find one of those programs for you. It's not 100% thing, but it's something we could try. The program itself is pretty expensive, though, so it'd be cheaper to try to get it from one of his backups.
She just kind of looks at Alan, looks at her. Is there no way we can compensate for that?
Compensate?
Maybe even.
You're thinking. Oh, here's the thing. It's not a 100% thing. If we were to disassemble one of his backups, then some of the programs would be lost, and some of them wouldn't be. So I wouldn't want you guys to come up with any sort of compensation right now if I can't deliver.
Oh, that's what I mean. If you are able to, we can compensate you at the very least.
We can talk about it at that point. I was just thinking it'd be nice for you.
Thank you for the sentiment.
As she just keeps going. Upon her doing that, Chill Fox just kind of like goes after her. Alan looks over towards you. It's just like, is she a bit off to you?
Being uncharacteristically nice? Yes, very. Why? It seems to have raised your attention as well.
She's being really a lot more aggressive about things. You guys were talking earlier, but whenever we were talking about everything that was going on, she seemed a lot more talkative than usual. She wasn't even like that whenever we started going off toward the movie or anything.
She's kind of like puts a hand to her chin. Maybe she is starting to see you a little bit differently. I mean, after all, this is also to show that you aren't trying to get back at her, correct? You have tried to get her out of harm's way by telling her not to involve herself. If you had wanted to get back at her for anything, you probably would not have done so, correct?
He kind of like just puts his hand up to his chin and just kind of like scratches it, or his up to his cheek and just kind of scratches it a bit. I mean, I wasn't really trying to do anything in particular when I did that.
No, probably not, but actions do speak louder than words. At least that is how the saying goes. Even if you do not say things, the way you carry yourself and the choices you make, how they affect others, they can speak for you.
I just hope that. I mean, never mind.
Hmm?
I mean, I already told you earlier today what I'm.
You also were going to say something and then went off saying, no, that's weird. So.
I don't. Again, I mentioned it to you, but I don't really. I hope that she's not.
Do you think she has ulterior motives? Thinking that this will go beyond what it is originally meant to be?
I guess I just. I guess I'm just a little on edge because I already told you, and I'm going to probably. This is hard.
Alan, the way you've told me what you have told me, but you have not told her. It is maybe best to make your boundaries clear with everyone. Do you not think so? That
Yeah.
way, to avoid misunderstandings and complications. You don't want this to end badly because she got the wrong idea.
Mm. If she's gonna be that nice, though, it's just gonna be really hard to tell her.
Would you rather her get the wrong idea
No.
and then get hurt?
Of course not, no.
Then
I'll.
sometimes the hardest choice is the best one.
Well, let's keep up.
Mm.
The four of you eventually make your way just outside of the mall area. Again, going outside of the battle chip area, seeing that the windows have been boarded up, all that good stuff. Heading over toward the entrance, Yome, you know that upon going in there, that there were some changing rooms at the very beginning of that area. Do you want to just head in there and do your change?
Yep.
It shouldn't take you more than a little bit, especially since you can just kind of make your clothes you're wearing disappear.
Fucking Sailor Moon transform, clothes off.
And then it's half of a Sailor Moon transform because you get clothes off, but then you have to pull them on.
Yeah, it's just like a light shines from the fitting room. Okay, now the hard part.
As you go about doing that, you change into your outfit. There it is. Look at that. Look at that Yome outfit right there. On your way out, you see that Chillfox is waiting over at the door.
Oh.
Not at the door. Not the door. You know what I mean. Not the door at the changing room, but at the door over by the entrance.
Oh. I'm guessing they are waiting outside.
Yep. You were right about the color coordination. It looks really good on you.
Thank you.
There are some things that, well, coding can't replicate. It really does look nice to have real clothes on. Maybe next time I'll try it.
It is very enjoyable. There is something about the textures and the weight. Something that the artificial cannot quite replicate.
As he just kind of like kicks off from where he's standing, shall we?
Of course.
Shellfox makes his way out. You follow after him, and John and Alan just seem to be standing, just kind of like talking about the opening over at the battle chip shop. Do you think that Higsby's will be open soon? I didn't even know that they ever stopped being open. Really? They're still having business right now? From what I saw the other day. Right, Yome? We got some chips from there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's odd that they're still selling things whenever they've just had a bunch of problems. I mean, anybody can go in there now. They don't have any glass protecting them.
Well, all the good chips were taken. So it's not like they have anything worth stealing anymore. At least that was the owner's words.
She just kind of like looks over toward the two of you. Yeah, but I mean, even the even the little chips are something to behold, right? I mean, think back for Savannah. Sword, wide sword, and long sword, they're pretty powerful chips, but they're not rare or anything.
I mean, we didn't find anything like that when we...
Maybe they did take out just everything. That's odd.
He didn't really have much of any stock when we were there.
Do you know what he did have? Some barriers, Vulcans. There was some aqua shots and heat shots. Really? Yeah. If they had aqua shots and heat shots, you'd think that they'd be stolen too. Those are some pretty rare chips. They dropped from those viruses we saw earlier. The shrimp viruses and the spike viruses. Huh, odd.
And it also could have been maybe even his own battle chips, trying to recoup some of the lost profits.
I can never really say what anyone's gonna say about it. I mean, you'd think that if it was Anastasia that she would have used some of those chips, but instead she was using Savannah's chips. So it couldn't have been Flick that did that, right? It had to have been somebody in a copy bot, but not a public copy bot, otherwise it'd be traced. I mean, there's plenty of people out here with private copy bots. I guess that's true. We'll have to figure that out, I guess. Will we? I mean, I guess I don't. You just want to put your nose in it, don't you? I just wanted to figure it out is all. Come on. Before we get into any mysteries like this, we need to probably go and eat. It's getting late. Right. The four of you make your way out, and as you do, Bug Vader.
Bug Baber.
If
Bug Baber.
if he's not there, we can come back to him.
Yeah, he's on mute right now.
Okay, so he's probably went and done something. We can come back to him.
Yes.
Trying to get to...
Sorry about that. I was using the bathroom.
Oh, that's fine.
It's okay.
I heard Bug Vader! Bug Vader!
Bug
I
Vader.
think Bug Baber. Yeah.
Bug Vader, you have
Yeah.
made it back to the flower shop. As you have made it here, you see that the shop is open. The doors are seemingly open very wide. The shop is hustling and bustling as ever, which is to say that nobody's in there. Do you want to make your way in?
Well, first, during this time, he was kind of pacing at the front, going, okay, think about this logically. As Bug has said, you can't have a relationship with someone you just met. I know that, but okay. So how do I get to the dating phase if I don't know them? Okay, so like, how do I do this? Do I do this casually? Do I do this as a job?
Lord, I just imagine Bug Vader knocking on like the flower shop door. Lotus answers, "Oh hi, how can I date me?"
You know what? I'm gonna do it like I always did. Not gun first, but going in, just let's see what happens.
You make your way into the front door of the shop. As you do, you find yourself going into the shop. All you see in front of you is what appears to be Lotus behind the counter of the store. As you enter, she looks over. Oh, welcome. Oh, it's you, Bug Vader.
Hey!
Also,
This isn't awkward, is it?
Let me get you guys beside each other really quick. Because I think I shrunk her accidentally one time. So let's do that. There we go. Awkward?
I mean, okay.
I don't really understand.
All right. I just want to hang out with you.
Oh, do you want to try to do what Alan used to do? He was a big help whenever he was helping us move things around. I could pay you as well.
Yes, but that's not what I meant. I'll still do that for you because it looks like... Because... I'll still do that, but I was thinking more... Just... let's start with that. I'll transition to it.
Well, we'll be closing up shop pretty soon. What I usually had Alan do was watch over the register for me while I carried everything in, but that was because, well, Alan couldn't handle any of the larger plants out there. You seem like you should be able to handle them if you'd like me to watch the counter and you go and bring them inside. Or you could watch the counter if you'd like. Which one would you prefer?
I'll help you with the lifting. He looks around. Doesn't seem like you get a lot of help, do you?
Usually my master would be watching the counter and I would go and collect all the flowers. But unfortunately currently he is still rather ill, so he's not able to make his way out.
Ill, he's saying as he's kind of starting.
You make your way over toward the entrance. As you do, you go ahead and you grab like a couple of the large flower pots from outside and start to bring them inside. As you do, yes, unfortunately he is rather sick at the moment. I believe we had mentioned it whenever you were here last time, but we didn't expect it to last this long. He is rather old, you see, and I'm very worried about him.
I guess since I've been with Alan, I always saw Navi owners as young. I had no idea.
My master is, well, I believe going on 90 now. Maybe a little bit younger than that, but I find it very odd. Roll me for scam, by the way, Bug Vader.
Alright.
This better not be like Dio slowly poisoning the food situation here. Fucking trying to get the will and all that. Like, it's understandable you had a rough childhood, but dude, you're evil.
Okay.
Oof.
Don't worry about it. As you carry things in and you go off and get more, she just seems to speak back at you. I believe, yes, it would be close to 90 at this point. But anytime he gets sick for any reason, he unfortunately keeps it rather long. We used to have people come and do home visits to him from the hospital, but eventually he doesn't like taking too many different kinds of medication. As you go out, grab more things, come back in.
It looks like you have a lot on your mind. Sorry, I just kind of barged in all that.
Oh, it's no problem at all. It's actually a lot harder to get everything indoors than I'd like to let on. Someone has to watch the register, and if I don't and someone comes in, let's say who have any sort of malicious intents, I couldn't watch them and carry in things by myself. Also, well, you also know there's not really a lot I could do to stop them if they were to be trying to steal anything. Otherwise, I'd get some problematic experiences from this copybot. You're not supposed to harm anyone or restrain them in any, well, harmful ways.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way. Stalker situation, you know?
Either way, there would be no way for me to stop them from coming in and, let's say, jacking into my register and taking whatever they wanted with their navies. But if I'm standing here, then I can at least protect the register. Even if I have to just be in the way. So it's very helpful to have someone who can either defend the register themselves or someone who can carry those in for me. So thank you very much, Bug Vader. What are you doing in the city today?
I'll be honest, the part of it was seeing if I could maybe date you, but honestly,
Date me?
oh yeah,
Oh my god.
you're glowing, you're beautiful and all that, but that's selfish of me.
Beautiful.
You're kind of beautiful.
She's just
You're-
kind of standing
no.
there. You see like
let
her.
me get
Go ahead.
out
Go
the
ahead.
butt.
Go ahead.
But it's selfish of me to think like that. You have someone really close to you that is weak, and it seems. Look, I don't know how much I can help, but if you need me to come over more often, we are both copybots, yeah, but I at least look like a big scary monster at times, and I just want to make sure you and your master are okay, you know?
You see, during your time speaking to her, her normal, like, again, like these kind of sideways-ish eyes that she has going on, they go into like fucking pure circles as she's like surprised for what you're saying. But as she kind of
I'm
stands
just
there and
doing
listens
this
to
in
you,
character. I'm just doing this in character.
as she kind of stands there and listens to you, she goes, "Oh, Bug Vader, I'm to just come out
Sorry.
and say things like that.
Sorry,
Mm,
I guess I kind of. Oh, I have a friend who's close to me that does a lot of lying, so in exchange, me disagreeing, I just kind of blurt out truths, and I didn't mean for it to come out like that. I wanted to be. I don't know, just.
preemptively roll me another scan. And remember, you do
This-
have things.
Yep, this time I will put some Vader inspiration. I'll put 2.
It's a 4,
13.
13.
And a 13.
Ooh, your scan is a 2. 13 plus 2, that is
Smash
15.
dice, not yet. This is just the beginning.
You notice that she seems very surprised, obviously, from what happened. And because that was a preemptive one, let me get into what the preemptivity was for it. As she seems very surprised, she stumbles over her words a little bit. Bug Vader, you're right. That is very
Look,
selfish of you to bring up immediately, like that. She says as she looks away a little bit.
but I'm an honest person, and honestly, I want to help. Date or not, it's the least I can do.
Help?
Help around the store, help lifting anything, really.
Even if I'm not able to... I mean, like I said, that was very selfish of you. Even if I'm not able to reciprocate those feelings, you want to help?
Of course. Like, how do I put it? To me, it's more important that you'll be able to smile than if we could smile together, if that makes sense.
She's kind of like looking away, kind of like looking down. As this is going on, Bug Vader, why don't you roll me for your link which is the charisma stat of this game. If you'd like to put anything into it,
I'm putting 3.
would you like to do anything else with it?
Let's see. Where is it anyway? Is it this non-labeled one?
What is it?
What that one?
What are you trying to do?
Look,
Mm-hmm.
in character, he's a.
Out of character, what are you trying to do?
Where's the smash dice?
It's right here.
Oh, it was right in front of me.
So, this is what you have to do. You have to scroll over both of these things and roll them both at the same time. And you get to
Okay.
roll them both at the same time for each inspiration you put in. So you have 4 rolls with both of them at the same time.
Okay.
First roll. 8 plus 6, that is a 14 altogether. Roll again. That's a 20 altogether.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's a 19 altogether. You have one more roll.
That's an okay one.
Okay, we'll go with the 20 plus your links. You have a 25!
Oh yeah, I'm a summoner.
Put all those over there. She seems to look over at you. She kind of like walks out from behind the counter. Just kind of like looks up at you. I don't know what you're talking about, by the way.
You were just talking to me about.
No, I don't know what you meant by you look like a monster. You don't. And if you'd like to help out, then as long as you don't come by that time you first came by. Come by, I don't know, around now, around 7-ish or later.
I think I could arrange that.
And
As he's trying to hide his blush.
I think I can get everything else myself today. Do you want
Sure.
to come by tomorrow?
Of course.
I'll give you what I owe you tomorrow, or what I owe you today tomorrow, okay? I just need to finish up here first.
You don't need to. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you then, Bug Vader. Remember, not 6, 7.
Right.
You want to go?
He's going to go, and when no one's around, he's going to go, oh, guess I blew my chances, but at least I'm going to help her out.
Well, fuck, I messed up.
Well, I blew it.
Well, at least I still get to help.
See, here's the difference between you and Alan, all right? Alan's sitting here like, how do I let John down? He's not the like unaware harem protagonist, where you're like the like, well, guess nobody likes me. So you worked for a little bit there. You helped take in the most of the plants on this side of like the store. It took you a little bit to do that and a little bit of talking with her. So we'll get back to you in just a minute. As we go back to Jean, Allen, and Yome, as well as Chill Fox.
Oh no! I didn't mean to be the unaware. It just happened. Vader, how could you betray me?
Hollow says, Bug Vader, I didn't get coochie the first date. Welp, I'm I'm all alone forever now.
That's not what he meant. It's more.
I didn't get the
Okay.
coochie tonight.
I'll explain. The reason he thinks he screwed up was because of his bluntful honesty and letting that kind of out there because he wanted to help out.
Actually, actually, now that I think about it, but hold on. Hey, Will, say these fast. Say these words fast.
Well,
Let's see
okay.
if anyone picks it up.
My coochie's hairy.
Oh my God, Squeaky.
What? Hold on. My coochie's hairy. My coochie's...
Okay, stop. Squeaky, leave my child Will alone, alright?
The longer I don't realize this, the worse I feel.
Something's hairy, Will.
Oh, God! Squeaky!
I didn't think you'd actually fall for
I'm proud of you, but fuck you. When did I become this terror protagonist I hate so much? I've become what I most despise.
Oh,
By the
moving
way,
on.
I'm gonna say this out loud so that we don't have to have a character of this. We don't have to have a character moment of this. Vader will explain to Bug what happened, and Bug will respond, I hate everything about you. Yeah, I screwed up. Shut up, I'm going over here.
There we go, that's a little bit more of a... I like
you
this
flip
side better.
That's
a nice
side.
I know. To be fair, that word is not in my, vocabulary lot.
I get that. But as the four of you make your way over toward the waterfront area of Dintech City, John seems to be making her way toward a certain... basically just walking forward as kind of determined as she can. She's like, I think I know exactly where we need to go, blah, 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 all that different stuff. You and Alan kind of trailing behind. Alan's just like, kind of just gives a bit of a smile, just like it's... He's not sure exactly how determined someone could be to go to somewhere, but at the same time, it's just like she has been laser focused at this point. I'm like, we're getting there before it gets fucking crazy dark. You guys walk together as she's walking a little bit ahead of you guys. Her and Chill Fox are. The two of you are kind of like walking a little bit. Like he seems to like be looking off toward the waterfront and stuff like that. As he kind of like looks over to you, you know, they actually have a pretty neat festival here sometimes.
In the water?
Deep down in the water here, they have, a lot more of those biotech trees. Well, they're not trees at that point, they're more like algae, but they can change their colors as well and shine off like underwater lanterns. It's really nice.
It must look beautiful at night.
It's not really going to be going on for a little bit. Probably maybe close to the end of spring, but the next time it happens, we could come back.
Of course, I wish to see it.
It's really nice. It's one of the only times I ever, really went out somewhere before you guys.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, again, bring up the weird stuff with the biotech about how it took people monopolizing it or basically making it pretty for people to care about it, but honestly, a lot of the stuff that came from it is really beautiful. I just think that it's really a marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy you guys had me write that paper the other day about the biotech stuff. I got to learn a few things I didn't already know.
I'm glad the topic interested you enough. I was a little nervous, but I'm glad that my assumption was right. That you have a thirst for knowledge.
I was actually thinking, that person that we've been emailing back and forth about the biotech stuff. He works for SNet. It's one of the people that work really closely with Scilabs. If maybe we could see him when we go over there, I'd like to know a little bit more about the copybots and all the other biotech things, and maybe since he is the one that helped out Miss Toki with her copybot thing, we could talk to him about getting you one.
Of course. I would love to.
I'm not sure if he'd be there immediately, but I could always ask my mom to see if there's any time this week that they're going to be headed over.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be heading over there probably around tomorrow night, by the way.
I had actually communicated with one of the Navis from
Oh, really?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Mm-hmm. After school.
Oh, okay. I usually just made my way there whenever, but okay, we can go Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. That is at least, it seems, when they are expecting you.
That's perfectly fine with me. Sorry, I'm not used to having people help me out with things like that. My old Navi only did the things I told him to do, so...
It is quite all right. Actually, before she continues, did she tell him about the email that he got from his dad, or did he ever check that?
He didn't seem to check it, but you did tell him about it.
Okay. Okay, she's just not gonna bring that up then.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to get back on the train of thought. I lost my train of thought. Oh no. We are more than happy to help. It is what we are here for, after all.
I like that you guys think that, but you're here for a lot of reasons. Thank you very much for helping me out as much as you have.
I am always happy to help.
I don't think that well, I've been talking to Cross a lot lately about what happened with her and the hospital. And I don't think I've been helping you guys out as much with what happened with you guys. If there's ever anything you want me to do, just let me know, okay?
Well, you did offer to make a program of some sort with my old owner's data.
Sorry, that's kind of taken a bit of a back burner with the stuff going on with the Matebox stuff.
That is quite all right. My previous owner has been without me for 8 years. I think they will be fine with a little bit more.
He kind of looks away a little bit at that.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Do you feel like you've taken me away from him? Do you feel guilty?
No, I don't feel guilty at all. I feel like...
Are you scared I want to go back?
No, I don't... This is... It's kind of like, again, just like... As
She's like somewhat inching closer with a smile.
As he's kind of talking, you hear off in front of you, "Come on, guys, you're being too slow." She's like off in front of a restaurant, like pointing over toward it. "We're here."
Should we talk about it a bit more later when you're not as nervous?
Yeah, let's do that.
Besides,
if there ever is time like that.
Besides, I am not your focus tonight.
Nod. You two make your way up toward where they are. As you do, John kind of like looks over. She's just like, "Well, if I was more the jealous type." "Oh, wait." She goes over to him, tries to grab his arm. "I am." "Come on, let's go in." As she starts dragging Alan over. He's like, right. Chillfox just kind of like watches them go. It's like,
It is quite all right. I just told Alan I am not his focus today, after all.
So does that mean that he's not your focus today?
Yes, that would be fair to assume.
I was just playing. Come on, we don't have to have anything really in there. We'll just have to sit down and eat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Mm.
The two of you make your way in there as well. As you do. This was the best one I could find. Leave me alone.
It's a Chuck E. Cheese.
That would be actually fantastic. I wish I did that.
It's a Chuck E. Cheese.
I wish I did that now.
Why?
That would be fantastic. I would have. Oh, man. Can I get a Chuck E. Cheese real quick?
Yeah, go get a Chuck E. Cheese. I'll help you find one. Can we call it Freddy Fazbear's while we're at it, too?
You know what? Let's just say this is a very, very fancy Chuck E. Cheese. All right, so...
This is Chester E. Cheese.
You're in Chester E. Cheese.
Because I think, isn't Chuck E. Cheese's actual name Chester?
Probably, I don't know. As you guys make your way inside, Jan goes over and takes one of the booth areas off to the side. As she does, she motions for Alan to come over, and then she motions for you and Chillfox to come over.
Yeah.
As everybody comes over, Alan goes to sit next to her, whereas she just kind of like goes, "Nope, over there," pointing across from the table. This side's where me and Yome are sitting. Okay.
Oh.
Goes over to the other side. She points beside of her, like, "Come on, Yome."
All right.
You make your way over.
Yeah.
As Chillfox goes over beside where Alan is. Boop. Upon you guys getting here, eventually she just kind of like gives a bit of a smile, like, "You guys are really easy to get to do things."
Is it not simply polite to do as...
We
are simply being polite.
Did you want to sit by me, Yome? I'm sorry if
seems
I
like-
made you.
It's quite all right. I am neither for nor against.
I was thinking that the two of us maybe got off on a bit of a wrong foot, so I'm just trying to play around. If that's okay.
It is quite all right. I somewhat share that same sentiment.
Either way, this place is pretty nice. Normally we wouldn't be able to do any sort of reservations or anything here because, well, they sell alcohol and things like that, and we can't really get that. But my aunt works here, so she was able to pull some strings for us. But she just kind of like sits down. As she does, somebody does eventually come over. Who comes over? Donovan. No.
Copybot?
Copybot. Come here, Copybot. Some random fucking server. Actually, know what? No. I almost just said some random person came over. Whenever I could just be like some
Anastasia.
random Navi came over. Ah. Get away. Copy. Paste. Perfect. The Navis are everywhere. A Navi comes over. As she does, she begins to ask you guys if you want any drinks or anything like that to start things off. She's looking around at everybody. She doesn't 100% know that you're a copybot. She knows for Chillfox because Chillfox still has his fox ears and everything like that. But she does ask you first, since you're the person closest to her, if you'd like any sort of drink or any sort of appetizer to start things off. And at the same time, like you can let her continue to believe that you're a regular person, or you can bring up that you don't really need to be served first. What do you want to do?
Water, please.
Okay. She does this. She writes it down. She looks at Jean. Jean says the same thing. Alan says the same thing, and Chillfox just kind of like looks at her, and as she goes to ask him for anything, he's just like, something sparkling, if you wouldn't mind. Your choice. She smiles, nods, and makes her way off.
Her heart going doki doki at Chill Fox's dazzling smile.
Something sparkling, like me. I'm kidding. As that seems to happen, he seems to look back over toward you guys. As he does, roll me for your scan, Yome.
Yes, 1 second. Someone just put motor oil, please.
Motor oil, please.
The dark hard shit.
I need some of that. I need some of that dark shit.
Okay, so just scan.
Yep, just scan.
Alrighty. She's adjusting, so we're not gonna put inspiration. That's a 3.
I'm glad.
The 3. And that's 6 in total.
As everything seems to play out pretty well for a little bit, your drinks get brought over to you. She's basically it's 3 waters and 1 sparkling water.
One is bubbly.
One's just bubbly, and he's just like, yay. As you guys sit with your drinks, eventually Jan just looks over like, Yome, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to go and get out and powder my nose. Would you mind?
Yes, of course.
She's kind of scoots out of the seat.
She goes to get up as she looks back at you.
Do you need accompaniment, or should I stay here?
Oh, if you'd like to, you can definitely come. But that's up to you. I don't
Looks at Alan.
I don't want to interrupt anything.
Looks at Alan and Chill Fox.
No, there is nothing going on anyway, so nothing can be interrupted. Besides, would you not want a second opinion on the powdering of your nose?
Well, we'll be back, boys. I don't have a bathroom.
That's fine. It's just that thing of like powder her nose.
She basically,
I know what that means, but
she basically goes to get up, and upon entering the restroom, she does like take out her PET and begin to kind of type out onto it a little bit. 1 second, I got a notification while we were sitting down. Sorry for that lie.
That's quite all right.
She looks a little bit annoyed down at her PET for a second, and then just kind of like, whatever, and then just kind of like closes things out. Thanks for coming with me, though.
That is fine. Is it your parents?
Yeah, they asked where I was. It seems my aunt told them that I had some reservations here, and they're wondering who I was out with. Actually, you wouldn't mind helping me for a second, would you?
Of course not.
Well, I told them I was just out with some friends of school. Do you mind if we take a picture?
Sure, of course. If
Thanks
you
a
think
lot.
if I look convincing enough.
You look perfect. She looks over at you. You know, I was wondering how regular clothes would look like on Navi's. I don't get a lot of time to check things out, but you look really nice. I couldn't tell that you were anything different.
I see. Thank you.
Do you mind? She kind of brings up her PET.
Of course not.
She goes over. As she does, she finds a good spot over by the mirror. As she does, she seems to like just kind of
we're taking a selfie.
basically just selfieing. As she does this, do you make any sort of anything? Just kind of like regular pictures?
Just like thinking random teen girl gestures. Peace sign.
Jan just puts her arm around you to get like really close and like does a selfie up into the air.
Is she doing a kissy face like those freaking?
Probably. Let's be honest.
She'll do the same cute little peace sign kissy face.
As she just like looks down at the thing, it's like, okay, 2 more. This is fun.
2 more?
This is fun. Change things up.
Do
You want to be in front this time? Do you want to have any other sort of faces?
I am trying to.
Do you know? Oh, no, do this. As she just kind of like sticks her tongue out, like ah. I won't show these to anybody. Don't worry.
She just has her tongue out like blinking.
Takes another picture. It's like, okay, now do one really serious one.
puffy face.
There you go. Perfect.
Mm,
She puffy faces with you like.
mm.
Okay. Do here. How about one more?
One more. Do you think the guys are not waiting on us?
Well, I know that another reason I wanted to kind of go. I'm glad that we got to go a little bit early, but I was gonna ask you if you wanted to leave a little bit later. I know that Chill Fox wanted to talk to Alan about something.
He probably does, yes.
I heard
I
that he
think
told
the
you a
stream is
little bit-
also nope. It's fine now.
Oh, was it gone?
No, it hiccuped, but I think we're still good.
Okay. I know
Yeah.
that he talked with you guys a little bit earlier today, and I think that he said that he wanted to talk with Alan a little bit with my permission. And well, during everything that was going on, I feel like I really dropped the ball on Alan. I don't know why I
What do you-
didn't look further into things.
I mean, you said you looked where you could, correct? You probably didn't have many places to look.
It just makes me so confused. I mean,
Is that why you are being so generous now?
mm,
Because you feel that in some way you have wronged Alan?
I probably did a lot more harm than I have ever done good for Alan. Especially after what happened. I really wanted to kind of help him break out of his shell a bit whenever I invited him to go camping, and then right after everything happened, I kind of turned a lot of the girls against him, bringing up those rumors that Anastasia had brought up before, and I'm really ashamed of it. I don't know really what to say to him.
Well, what do you want to come out of this?
I don't know. I mean, I was planning on bringing him here and just kind of, I don't know, kind of lording over him a little bit, that I brought him out somewhere kind of fancy and kind of make fun of him a little bit, but I wasn't trying to do anything horrible, but now I feel like anything I do is just gonna be horrible, you know? I don't want to pick on him too much more. I don't want him to think that that's all I really do, you know?
Mm. He
I've
is
messed
doing
up,
this.
Yome.
I think everybody has, in a way. I think first we must consider the fact that right now this means a lot to Alan because he wants to undo any hurt he had caused so that things can be smoothed over. That is why he is being as accommodating as he can be. But Alan is also very sensitive and easy to fluster.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'll try my best to... Am I acting weird? Like, you just brought that up. I mean...
it is. Well, early on it seemed like you were just acting like Sean. But now, as I said, you had been acting a little nicer than usual, which is what definitely did catch our attention. But
Even he brought it up?
Mm. Again, I simply believed it is maybe that you are changing your view of him, seeing him more positively. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I mean... She kind of like goes into her bag as she does. She just kind of like looks at it for a second and then just kind of like looks back up.
Hmm?
Yame, you're really nice, you know that? I just told you that I basically ruined a good chunk of your NetOps school life for the past several months, and you're here trying to make me feel better. I'm really sorry. And I'll
It
tell
is
him
fine.
that too. I will.
It is fine. After really talking to Chill Fox, I thought it would be unfair to not give you a second chance. Just as we did with Donovan. Just as at some point we'll have to do with Kane.
Will
But
you?
I really don't want to right now. Not after he almost stuck his head in.
Donovan's entire group are kind of, well, big bullies.
Mm.
As far as things are concerned, especially with Kane, I know that whenever I invited Alan to come camping, he was really adamant about wanting to go too, and I had to tell him no.
Mm.
As far as things are concerned with him, I honestly just feel like, especially after what you told me about him with what you found out coming back, he's a little strange.
It is
Don't like
very
him
odd.
being around Alan.
It is very odd. I thought that he had an attachment to you, but when I told him about the possibility of you being in danger, he laughed.
To be honest, I thought he had some sort of crush on me too for a long time. Anytime I would ever want to go out and do something, he would want to go again with the camping thing.
Hmm.
I just wasn't
Do you-
into him though. I mean, he seems really mean.
Hmm. It is rather odd. But his net Navi is rather interesting.
I've never seen his Navi. I know that in school he usually just has a normal nav. I don't know if it's the same one or if it's some sort of disguise program. I don't know. I did know that
Apparent-
there was one other person in our class that had a customized Navi. I didn't know it was him though.
Hmm.
It makes I guess a little bit of sense. He does live over at Scilabs.
He does?
Oh, did Alan not let you know?
Mm-mm.
His family work over at Scilabs. His father's the director.
Oh, I see. That is... Hmm. That is quite interesting.
I don't really
mean-
know too much about their encounters, but I do know that they've been probably together for maybe at least probably as long as his mom's worked there, so at least maybe as long as him and Donovan. I don't know. I only moved here a couple of years back.
Mm-hmm.
I only got whatever information I can piece from people.
Yes, of course. I wonder if that will be troublesome in some way.
Hmm?
Well, you said his father's a director of Scilabs. His mother, as far as I'm concerned, is a worker.
Yeah, his mom's pretty high up there, I believe. I believe she's one of the head researchers.
Mm.
He goes over there from time to time. I mean, I guess I used to worry about him and Kane because they would be staying there together, but nothing excessive really seemed to be brought up. Of course, there was a long time where he was almost being bullied constantly, so maybe that was a part of it, but I mean, recently, unless we're talking about what happened last week, there wasn't really a lot of fighting going on.
That is good to know.
I mean, I guess it'd be hard to act up around your parents' workplace.
Of course, it would only get their parents in trouble. Well,
if he even
not
cares
if you're...
about that.
That is true.
Either way, one more thing. Just a kind of curiosity towards you, Yome.
Hmm?
What do you think of Chill Fox?
He is a kind individual. He cares a lot about you.
Well, about me, I was more meaning, well, that's good to know.
Hmm?
I really like Chill Fox. He's always been there for me. I'm really proud of him, you know? I mean, I've kind of did all the modifications to him myself, and well, even though my parents don't really approve of him too much being in copybots and things like that, I've hung out with him quite a bit, and I want to see him, have a good shot out there. So whenever I heard that he had asked you on a date, I thought it was really cute.
Uh, it actually kind of started a little bit as a misunderstanding, actually.
Oh,
Mm. I had a bit of concerns because I do not know what your intentions with that have been going on at night. We could watch over you two. End the stream? Okay, there it is. I just hiccuped again.
ah, darn it.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I've been keeping an eye on it.
Thank you.
She's just
I had some concerns about your intentions with Alan, and Chillfox said that we could watch over you. I had assumed he was insinuating as a date, but he got a